Hi everyone, so for those who don't know who I am, my name is Emily. I am one of the tutors for DVB 203. So because you guys are learning about touch points today, and because my background is UI design, I thought it'd be nice to look at more of like the UX design for mobile applications and how that can sort of like correlate with your with touch points and touch point surveys. So I'm going to go through the process on how I approach creating app mockups. So I do a lot of app mockups. I give them to the client. If they like it, they'll send it to a developer and continue with that. So sometimes I get given a brief, and this chance we're just going to be making one up from the spot. So hopefully it'll go well. I'm going to make, I think, a dog walking app. So I want to create an app that people can connect to and find local dog walkers in their area and contact them. So I'll need a home page. And then you can go into your wireframes and mockups. So all the important things I'm putting in the center of the page. So like the getting the postcode, finding a walker, postcode, whatever. I'm putting it in the center so it's like grabs the user's attention. And then the things that, so these will be the primary touch points, but little things like about and stuff like that, it's not that important. So I'm just going to put them as little like hamburger menu stuff at the far right, which will be probably the last thing they see, which is totally fine. It's not a primary option. It's not a primary concern for ours right now. The big concern is that they engage with the product. Now I have a really emphasis on the really rough sketch. I'm going to go through and open up XD. Okay, and that's about it. I would change a lot of this app, and I did realize after I finished it that the color palette, so the green and white, is very similar to the real estate app. I think it's domain.com. And that comes underneath like social and context knowledge. Like, social context has definitely affected how I view these colors now. So I'd have to change them. Because I look at it and I just see a real estate app now. It's confusing. But anyway, for this exercise, it's fine. So the main touch points would be actually like the image here. And I've used a lot of intimate images to sort of create that idea of trust and a relationship and a rapport with the user before they even interact with any of the walkers or people involved in the product. So I've created very intimate photos. I could have easily just used icons of dogs and dog houses, or just pictures of dog, but instead I've used pictures of dogs and owners and dogs and walkers, and I've done that purposely throughout to create that rapport. So subject matter and how that creates an emotional response, like we've talked in class, plays a huge thing in this design. So that's the first thing, is this lovely picture of the owner and the dog, and we automatically, our heart sort of melts. We then have the logo and the business name here. I put wherever the business name is here, depending on my brief, and then we have the final dog walker. So these are the major touch points. Now the major touch point here is the middle big green final walker near you, and we know it's about location because of the background being a map. So we get that, so the imagery there gives us the context of this, how this functionality would work. And I'm sorry for the car noises in the background. I type your address here. Generally, I just have this in italics because it encourages people to type notes. Okay, and similar to what we did before, we see this intimate interaction with subject matter in the photos of people and walkers. Think your social semiotics or visual social semiotics. We see this really close connection between subject matters or people and their animals, and that is done purposely to create more engagement with the user and create an emotional attachment. So we want to talk to Elle. Again, we have this as our major touch point. It's provoking a certain emotional response from the viewer. We have that intimacy is continued throughout the sort of like salutation. So hi Elle, which is more casual. Write a little bit of note about a message to Elle, and then you can press send. If the user wants to edit their profile of their dog, so the walker has an understanding of who the dog is, press here. I don't like this background. I do a lot to change this page, but for now it'll work. Again, giant photo. We're now creating the photo of the dog is now creating that sort of like intimate interaction of the dog with the walker now. So we still getting that subject matter is still provoking this way that the user interacts with the app. So this is the main touch point, followed by the information. And that's about it.